I used to think the hardest part would be the end, the moment everything changed in one clear second. But it wasn't loud, it wasn't sudden, it just slowly became the truth I live with now. I still move through the same hours, I still answer when people ask how I've been. I say the right things, I keep my voice steady while something quieter keeps shifting underneath. It doesn't crash the way I expected, it settles in and it stays. This is the way it settles, not with a break but with a weight. It finds the spaces I don't talk about, it makes a home there. I keep walking forward but I carry it the same. There are days I almost forget the shape of it, when the light feels ordinary again. Then one small thing brings it back, and I remember how much is still unfinished. I don't reach for what I can't have anymore. I've stopped waiting for a different ending, but the absence still knows my name, and it answers when the night gets long. It doesn't ask for attention, it just never leaves. This is the way it's settled, not with a break but with a weight. It finds the spaces I don't talk about, it makes a home there. I keep walking forward but I carry it the same. This is the way it's settled, not with a break but with a weight. It finds the spaces I don't talk about, it makes a home there. I keep walking forward but I carry it the same. I've learned how to hold two truths at once, that I'm still here and that you're not, that I can keep living while something in me stays turned toward what we were. I don't need the story to be rewritten, I just need the edges to stop cutting. Some nights I almost get there, then the feeling returns like it never left. I used to fight the quiet, I used to feel every pause. Now I let it sit beside me, like something I no longer have to win against. Maybe healing isn't racing, maybe it's learning how to breathe with the weight still present, without letting it decide the whole day. I don't call it getting over you, I call it learning how to stay in a life that keeps moving, even when part of me wants to pause. This is the way it settles, not with a break but with a weight. It finds the spaces I don't talk about, it makes a home there. I keep walking forward but I carry it the same. This is the way it settles, soft and steady, hard to name, and it lives beneath the surface in the middle of ordinary days. I keep walking forward, I keep showing up, I carry it differently now, but I still carry it, yeah. I still carry it. It feels too small for what stays with me. It's quieter than that, harder to point to. It just lives in the background of everything. I still go through the motions of a normal day. I still answer messages, still make plans, but there's a low note underneath it all that never fully resolves. I used to wait for it to leave. Now I just make room for it. I don't call it missing, I call it carrying something that doesn't ask permission, something that doesn't need a reason. It just stays, it just stays. There are moments I almost feel light again, when the day moves without resistance. Then a thought arrives without warning, and the weight returns like it never left. I don't fight it the way I used to, I don't try to push it down. I've learned that resisting only makes it louder, so I let it sit beside me instead. It doesn't demand attention, it just never fully goes. I don't call it missing, I call it carrying something that doesn't ask permission, something that doesn't need a reason. It just stays, it just stays. Maybe this is what it looks like to keep living after something ends. Not free of it, not ruled by it, just learning how to move with it present. I used to think healing meant forgetting, now I think it means continuing. Even when part of you still turns toward what isn't coming back. I don't call it missing, I call it carrying something that doesn't ask permission, something that doesn't need a reason. It just stays, it just stays.
I still protect the better version of us, the one that lived in the quiet moments. I don't let the ending rewrite everything, even though it tried. Some people only remember how it finished. I remember how it felt in the middle, when things were still possible and we still believed in the shape of it. I hold that version carefully, like something that still matters. This is the version I keep, the one that doesn't end in silence, the one that still feels warm when I visit it, even knowing how the story turns. I've stopped trying to make sense of every detail. Some things don't need a full explanation, they just happen, and then then they stopped, and both of those facts can be true. I don't need to turn you into the villain. I don't need to turn myself into the lesson. I just need a place to put what we were that doesn't only hurt. So I keep the softer parts and I let the rest settle. This is the version I keep, the one that doesn't end in silence, the one that still feels warm when I visit it, even knowing how the story turned. Maybe it's not denial, maybe it's just how I choose to remember. Not everything has to be sharpened by the ending. Some things can stay gentle. I don't live in that version anymore, but I still visit sometimes. And when I do, I leave it the way I found it. This is a version I keep, the one that doesn't end in silence, the one that still feels warm when I visit it, even knowing how the story turned.
It doesn't hurt with a warning. It doesn't knock or announce itself. It just appears in the middle of something ordinary, and suddenly I'm somewhere else. A song, a sentence, a certain kind of light, and the whole feeling returns at once. I used to hate how easily it could find me. Now I just notice when it does. It never asks if I'm ready. It just comes. It doesn't ask, it doesn't wait for permission. It shows up when it wants to, and stays as long as it needs. I don't try to send it away anymore. I've stopped measuring how long it's been. Time doesn't work the way I thought it would. Some things fade in a straight line. This one moves in circles. I can go weeks feeling almost steady. Then one small reminder pulls me back. Not all the way, but enough to remember what's still unfinished. It never asks if I'm ready. It just comes. It doesn't ask, it doesn't wait for permission. It shows up when it wants to, and stays as long as it needs. I don't try to send it away anymore. Maybe the point isn't to make it leave. Maybe the point is to stop being surprised by it, to let it pass through without letting it take the whole day. I still feel it, I just don't hand it the controls anymore. It doesn't ask, it doesn't wait for permission. It shows up when it wants to, and stays as long as it needs. I don't try to send it away anymore.
I'm not at the beginning anymore, and I'm not at the end either. I'm somewhere in the long middle where nothing is clear and everything continues. People like clean stories, start, middle, resolution. But some things don't resolve, they just become part of the landscape. I'm learning how to live here in the unfinished part. I'm still in the middle, not free of it, not buried by it, just moving through the days with the weight still present and the past still open. I used to wait for a turning point, a moment that would make everything shift. But most days don't offer that, they just ask me to keep going. So I do, I show up, I try, I rest when I need to. I let the feeling exist without needing it to explain itself. I'm learning how to live here in the unfinished part. I'm still in the middle, not free of it, not buried by it, just moving through the days with the weight still present and the past still open. Maybe the middle is where most of life happens, not in the dramatic moments, but in the long stretch of continuing. After something important has changed, I'm not waiting for the ending anymore. I'm just learning how to be in the middle of it. I'm still in the middle, not free of it, not buried by it, just moving through the days with the weight still present and the past still open.
There are things I don't put into words anymore, not because they're gone, but because saying them out loud makes them feel heavier than they already are. I keep them in the quiet places where they don't have to perform, they just exist without needing an audience. Some feelings are safer unspoken, even to myself. These are the things I don't say, the ones carry them carefully so they don't spill into everything else. I've learned that not every thought needs a voice, not every ache needs to be named. Some of them just need space to sit without being fixed. I still feel them, I just don't hand them the microphone the way I used to when everything felt urgent. Some feelings are safer unspoken, even to myself. These are the things I don't say, the ones that live under the surface. I carry them carefully so they don't spill into everything else. It isn't avoidance, it's a kind of respect for the parts of me that are still tender and don't need to be examined every day. I let them be, and I keep moving final. These are the things I don't say, the ones that live under the surface. I carry them carefully so they don't spill into everything
After the sharp part faded, something quieter took its place. Not peace exactly, but a softer kind of presence. It doesn't cut the way it used to. It just stays close, like a low light that never fully turns off, even when the room is bright. I used to want it gone, now I just want it gentle. This is the soft after, the part that comes when the storm has passed. It doesn't demand anything, it just remains and I'll remain with it. I can laugh now without guilt, I can plan things without feeling disloyal, but the softness is still there underneath the ordinary moments. It doesn't stop me, it just reminds me that something real happened and it left a mark that stayed. I used to want it gone, now I just want it gentle. This is the soft after, the part that comes when the storm has passed. It doesn't demand anything, it just remains and I'll remain with it. This is the soft after, the part that comes when the storm has passed. It doesn't demand anything, it just remains and I'll remain with it. Maybe this is what lasting looks like, not constant pain. This is the soft after, the part that comes when the storm has passed. It doesn't demand anything, it just remains, and I remain with it.
Some days the only thing I manage is to keep showing up. Not with answers, not with strength, just with the decision to stay present. It doesn't always feel like progress, it doesn't always feel like healing, but it's the one thing I can still choose when everything else feels uncertain. I don't always do it well, but I do it. I keep showing up, even when I don't feel ready, even when the day already feels heavy. I keep showing up, because staying is still a kind of movement. I've stopped waiting for motivation, I've stopped waiting for the feeling to lift. I just put one hour after another and trust that something is still building. Some days are quieter than others, some days the weight sits closer, but I don't measure the day by how light it felt. I don't always do it well, but I do it. I keep showing up, even when I don't feel ready, even when the day already feels heavy. Yeah, keep showing up, because staying is still a kind of movement. Maybe this is the work, not the dramatic breakthroughs, but the quiet decision to remain in the life that's still here. I don't need to feel strong, I just need to keep arriving, vibing. I keep showing up, even when I don't feel ready, even when the day already feels heavy. I keep showing up, because staying is still a kind of movement.
I used to believe in clean endings, the kind that arrive with clarity, where everything makes sense and the page turns neatly. But this one didn't come that way. It frayed instead of breaking, it left threads still hanging, and questions that don't resolve. I kept waiting for the final scene, and never arrived. There was no clean ending, no single moment that closed the door. Just a slow becoming of distance. I searched for a reason that would satisfy, something I could point to and understand. But some things end without a clear explanation. They just reach the edge of what they can be. I've stopped needing the perfect answer. I've stopped replaying the final conversations, looking for the line I missed that would have changed the outcome. Fight on. I kept waiting for the final scene. It never arrived. There was no clean ending, no single moment that closed the door. Just a slow becoming of distance, until the distance felt permanent. Maybe not every story gets a satisfying close. Maybe some of them just stop in the middle of an unfinished sentence. And we have to learn how to live with the silence that follows. I still feel the incomplete part. I just don't demand it finish itself anymore. There was no clean ending, no single moment that closed the door. Just a slow becoming of distance, until the distance felt permanent.
I'm still here, not the same version, not untouched, but still present in the life that continued. After everything shifted, I don't always recognize myself in the way I move through the days now. But I'm learning the new shape of who I am becoming. It took time to notice that I was still standing. I'm still here after the quiet settled in, after the weight found its place. I'm still here, and that has to count for something. I used to measure progress by how little I felt, keep going, even when the feeling is present. I don't need the past to disappear. I just need enough space to live alongside it without disappearing.